chat.
All right, there we go.
We are chatting.
Now we're chatting.
We're just chatting about what do we want to talk. There's so much to really talk about. You caught me watching a podcast here about the border states and diseases. Encephalitis now being spread by mosquitoes in the Northeast.
How about Robert Kennedy Jr. going with Trump? I think it's a great ticket. I mean, I think it's a great, and Tulsi Gabbard now. I think there's a lot of good people on the Trump train.
There are good people, and I keep looking at the polls and saying, who are they asking?
Well, that's just it. I don't even go by the polls.
Because
you can skew a poll.
Exactly. You can sing to your own choir, and so my choir is the best choir going because you've already asked them.
Because polls are like statistics, and statistics can be skewed.
Yeah, they can. It's like when you get a survey or you get questioned, and they'll just rearrange the same question 5 million times just to catch you. You get deposed by a lawyer, and that's what they do.
And I heard the other day somebody made the comment that Trump always underpolls. So I don't know. I don't. It's just nuts. But I do feel like that Robert Kennedy is going to be. He's going to add to it because he does bring. He brings the Make America Healthy Again portion to everything.
Yes. And does he have a voice problem? Because I listen to him. He does.
There's something.
There's something there. I don't know if he had some issues with his larynx, but I know he had some issues there, and it's sometimes hard to understand. I sort of want to clear his throat for him, I go, poor man.
But he makes a lot of sense. Plus, and he's another one that's against needless wars.
Yes.
So I just feel like there's some. It's like and I believe that this is when I was looking at it the other day, I was like, okay, you've got Tulsi Gabbard, you've got RFK, you've got, there's just several people, Elon Musk, and does everybody agree on everything? No, but that's what you call unifying.
We don't
because you find something, you find the things that you have in common, and you work towards those. And the biggest things that they agree upon, they're unified on.
And those are things for the common good.
For the common good.
Common good. Just looking at
freedom of speech.
Wow, oh my gosh! Just look at this past month. What have we had recalled because of listeria, salmonella?
Everything.
Vegetables,
everything.
Meat.
Jalapenos. Have you seen jalapenos were recalled? I was like, thank goodness we had.
And usually those hot things don't have a lot of problems to them. And where is this all coming from? Well, bacteria doesn't know a border, especially if the border's open.
And the USDA allows a certain amount of everything to come through, so they're
and you could have a person coming into our country across the border infected. Lots of them. And that's how it starts. What was it? Was it the Black Death? Was it the Black Death or smallpox? You'll have to look up for me. So by a rat. So you only need one thing that comes across, or a pet that comes across and brings a disease with it, to get it spread like that. That's all you need. And now there's monkeypox in Europe.
Surprisingly over here too, but I'm just sorry.
And
I just don't.
We have friends who are in Europe right now and be there for, I think at least 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh my. And we are still having problems with COVID, because tomorrow it was last week we wanted to go and work at the Piedmont Geriatrics, and they have a wing that's closed because of COVID, so we just don't go because you don't want to spread it. Another woman's mother that at Bible studies just got COVID, and so her lunch was
me, I think.
That was you? Okay. Was canceled because no one wants to really, we still have this fear of COVID.
Well, and COVID though has changed, because now my understanding is once you don't have a fever, if you don't have a fever, you can work, or you can be in the public. Because I think it's gonna be something that you're gonna be a part, it's gonna be a part of us and it was a part of us.
It was.
It was here before. They just identified it, and now it's gonna be, now they're gonna, so, it's just one of those things. But I did read that, I read somewhere, and it might have been facetious, so I don't even know if I should throw it out, because I have not researched it, but they're going to start making people stay inside, or suggesting people stay inside between 4 and like 8 p.m. Did you read that? Because of this, because of the
mosquito,
the West Nile or whatever it is.
It's like West Nile, but it's
because that's what Fauci has, is West Nile, that he's going to recover.
Oh.
But so anyway, they're going to start making people stay, and I'm like. And see, isn't that going to be interesting?
Because I see a lot of mosquitoes down here during the day.
Well, you do, and they hang around with water.
I went out yesterday.
Are they smart too, just like the virus was? They're going to know what time it is? So the mosquitoes that you get before 4 are not contagious.
Yes, so
you don't have to worry. It's only the ones that show up after 4 or dark that are going to be able to.
They come out of the woodwork like vampires.
They're going to be the ones that infect you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not falling for that one again. I'm sorry, people, and I really pray that you people out there will not fall for any of this again either.
It's like ticks, right? We always give our outdoor cats a monthly tick and flea, and it just gets expensive, but the kittens, well, they're not really kittens, but they're still the young, come in and out. And they can carry the ticks. The ticks don't seem to embed them. They don't like them because they've had this stuff. And I could plug Cordelia is a really good, the tablet smells like chocolate, so they eat it up most of the time. It's really good. And they come in and out. And the other day, the one Houdini, he loves me. They're just all over me. And I have to, like, if I'm on the computer, I have to get rid of them because they'll walk across the computer. And so I had my phone, and I had, whatever was on it was a white screen, and I'm looking, and there's this dot, no bigger than a period in the end of a sentence, moving across my screen. And because it was white, you could see the head. I said, oh, there's a little itsy bitsy tick on my phone. So I moved it back and put my finger on it. And my husband got a tape, and we tape them up. And we tape up. All of these have been preserved in Scotch tape. Now, I don't know if they go into hibernation when we do that, but we got a lot of ticks and tape. And I knew it was a tick because you could just tell with the little legs, but it was so tiny that my finger squished it. So I figured, I'm pretty safe as long as they're small enough.
And it was before 4, right?
It was before 4.
So that tick wouldn't have had anything either.
And the mosquitoes yesterday, I was batting them around outside, and that was before 4.
Those aren't going to have anything, because remember they tell time they're going to get their watch out, and it's only the ones.
So then we have to make sure that the sun sets a little bit earlier every day right now, so we're going to have to keep track of it.
So my thing is, and how long does this last? Does it last until a cold spell, or does it last? Or will it go through the election where people can't get out and vote after dark?
After dark. Ooh,
just saying, just throwing a little bit of my little conspiracy theory out there. Really, seriously, smart mosquitoes,
tacky ticks.
I really don't want people.
And then we've got monkey pox. And I said to my husband, when we were kids, we got vaccinated. We had to get, what's this? Smallpox. There's mine, and I had another one when I went to college. You had to have another one. They don't do that anymore. All those smallpox is around still. And I said, well, do they have vaccines for monkeypox? Only 2 million dosage, I guess, or 2 billion. So there's not enough for all of us.
We're not taking it over. It's a new thing out anyway. It's kind of like the COVID. I'm not going to. Well, I do not trust our government with anything. Sorry. I really, really
I've
don't.
got all of the vaccines, and I just keep taking my vitamins because, but
I just don't trust them.
and I'm wondering, and it's kind of sad because there have been numerous people with cancer in our area. Numerous. And I don't know if it's, radon also is a big thing in Virginia. And it's nothing, you can have your home tested. Actually, I was thinking of having our basement tested for radon because that gas, it's all over. I mean, it's nothing you can do, but it's natural. But I think you can actually get something to take care of the radon. But the cancer's just...
Well, for me, I have to wonder if we're in a rural farming area. So what do they spray on the crops? What goes down into the wells and the water? And I mean, people say, no, it's okay, but do you know for sure?
Well,
and if you're not testing it, how do you know?
You don't. And when we were kids, we lived, Watkins Glen is on the marsh. Watkins Glen is a high point at the end of Seneca Lake. And then from Watkins Glen to Monterey Falls, if you drive it 3 miles, there's marshland. It's all marshland and mosquitoes. I mean, forget about it. You'd never go outside. It's like, okay, it's noontime, it's too hot. The mosquitoes are not out right now, so let's go out and play for 5 minutes and get back in. And they were all over. They could practically carry you away because marshes, and every now and then the marsh would burn, which is probably a good idea because it would get rid of some of the mosquitoes. But when we were kids, they would go through town and spray. They had a big truck, and I loved the smell of that spray, and we were kidding right behind it. See, so
I didn't like the smell of it, but I mean, when we were living on bases and stuff, they always came through the neighborhoods on bases, and they would spray in the area and stuff. But to me, it did stink. But anyway, they would come through and do that. And they have people now that will come to your house and spray around your area and stuff too. But, I mean, we don't know what's going in the ground. We don't know what's happening, what's there already. Supposedly, again, supposedly back in the day, this is around Nuremberg and stuff, might have been one of the areas where they dumped, like, some of the Agent Orange stuff and all.
Well, you don't,
And,
if you go to,
what is the common thing? Water. I mean, water is something that we all
water
and
seeks, and once you
I mean,
start...
you don't know.
You start pumping your well, the colon depression, it just pulls it through. And if you go to, I forget the Department of Virginia of Mining and Reclamation and stuff like that, you can't believe how many abandoned mines in Virginia. And I have my class that I teach, because for me, when I got to that section, I was appalled at the number of abandoned mines. And some have been reclaimed, with a clean fill, but what's going on with all these other ones that have just been left? Just there. And leachate should get all those. We're a landfill area, we know how that is. And you drive up on 360 and Amelia's got a landfill. And I know there has to be a big pig farm between Cambridge and South Hill. Because not only do we drive through that manure that time, that really, I don't want to go there again, but the last time I went to South Hill, I forget where I had a meeting, so I went, it was a birthday lunch on the way, and I'm like, whoa, I smell pig. Because that will permeate the whole area. So there's a pig farm someplace over in that area. So we got that stuff going around.
There's just so many things. I mean, and I've had several people question me lately and say the same thing you're saying. It's like, what is it with this area? It's like Southside Virginia. It's not even just Lunenburg, it's Mecklenburg, it's Nottoway. It's Southside Virginia here. For some reason, there's something. And it appears to be something because the cancer, is just...
we have had 2 of our parishioners in I'm going to say 6 weeks, pass away from cancer. And not even counting the ones that are in recovery too, in recovery. And I just heard about another woman, and I'm like, holy smokes, I can't keep up with this and think about all of that. But, those are, on a good note, I noticed we've been packing for us to move out. And I haven't really made the formal announcement yet, but I was thinking about our scholarship that we want to do. Turning Point, it was her idea, it was really great, I think it's a great idea.
So we'll be getting more information out in the next couple of months?
Yes, and we were talking about where to expand it to. Now, Lunenburg County, we were talking yesterday with our new priest in charge. Lunenburg, nobody knows where Lunenburg County is. If you ever go someplace like Richmond and go, where you live, Lunenburg County, where's that? It's like, where is that? But actually, Lunenburg County is the parent county of Mecklenburg, Nottoway, and Charlotte. They were all together, and it was Lunenburg County.
Lunenburg County was huge. It is still a big county.
It is still big. It takes you 40 minutes to go from one end to the other. It really does. And so when we were thinking about where to offer those scholarships, maybe we should go back to the old historical Lunenburg County and think about that.
Well, we kind of did say Mecklenburg.
Yeah. We did.
I mean, I think Nottoway would be good too, so.
And then there's Charlottesville.
And Charlotte.
County. Because they were all part of Lunenburg County. Quite the history. This area has quite a large history, but one part that I thought was kind of interesting, the Civil War never made it through Lunenburg County. That's interesting. All around. So it's an extra special place in lots of ways, I think, but.
Yeah. I was trying to think though, because there is, I'll dig that up and see. I'll dig that up for another time, because there's something in the back of my mind.
About the Civil War?
Civil War and,
Yeah, because next door is the Historical Society, and I think the president of the Historical Society sort of mentioned that one time, that it really never came through, all of it. Now, I don't know.
Yeah, like a battle fault or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Now, I don't know if that was, I don't know when the counties were separated. Now, that may make a difference too, because I can't imagine this large county as Lunenburg County, including Mecklenburg, Nottoway, and Charlotte, didn't get affected, in some way. Because I know in Blackstone, they have some kind of museums in that area for the Civil War. So I don't know if it was after it was separated, and we're talking about the Lunenburg County that exists now, or before. So that'd be something to find out about. But anyway, I was thinking about that and the scholarship and stuff, and how moving will be a great benefit for several reasons. And I can't wait to post it on Facebook, because it's going to be beneficial for not just Turning Point Healing, but for other groups. Because the monies can be helping other groups, and that's going to be nice. Yep, it'll be fun. So, yes.
Very good.
That's a different topic altogether. It was a funner topic. Funner topic. Is that a new word?
Funner?
Funner.
Sure. Why not, right? I mean, everybody else makes up words. And
today they said we're going to start teaching reading and writing phonetically. That ought to be funner too. Spell check. You don't have to worry about spell check anymore. So much for the unabridged dictionary, right?
I know, right? Things that you can't find anymore.
Things you can't find anymore. Anyway, so that's about it. Got things done, gonna have more stuff done, probably gonna go watch a season of The Chosen tonight?
I haven't caught up on this season,
Season
so
4?
I haven't caught up on this one, so I've got to do that at some point.
I see they're doing season 5. That's gonna be a tough one, too.
So I'm looking forward to it. I told my husband last night, I said I need to catch up on that one, so
Yeah, I binged on that one.
maybe a rainy day or something.
It is, lots of popcorn and ice cream on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we've got election, we've got diseases.
Still finishing my garden stuff up. I've got a few things I got to can this weekend or work on.
The garden is,
Mine's playing out, but I've got a few more things I got to need to do.
yeah, John ripped some of that out. He picked apples, almost, over a peck of apples from the tree, and they're still apples. So I made apple grape jelly
Okay,
and apple grape juice.
okay.
And I'm gonna go home and make some apple jelly, and now I'm gonna cheat. I bought some pectin. But, I really don't like using stuff, it has a preservative in it, and that really, it's like, does anything not have a preservative in it? Salt. Maybe baking soda, baking powder.
But I guess if you don't, I don't know, preservatives, yeah, they're there.
They're there, and so the only reason why I want to do it, because I don't want to spend, don't have enough time to spend boiling it forever. So I'm going to cheat, but it will be what it is.
I've got some more peppers to do, and some banana peppers, and green peppers, and jalapeno peppers.
So
and-
what do you do? Do you can them?
Well, some of them I'm freezing,
Are you
some of them
freezing?
I'm going to can, so yes.
Have you cooked them to freeze them?
No. No,
So
I
you
was
just-
told that I could, yeah,
Just
just,
freeze them straight away? Mm-hmm. You vacuum seal them too? Okay, that works pretty good. So maybe I should try that with some peppers if there's any out there. Because I've been baking them and roasting them in the oven, frying them and eating them. Basically, they don't
Yeah.
go too far.
so, anyway, lots of stuff to do.
And we've got butternut squash and still eggplant.
Good.
Need any more? Darn, I should have brought you some.
That's all right.
I'll probably be into town. I'm not sure.
I won't be here tomorrow, but anyway, so everybody's busy these days. Everybody's got something going on.
And we got watermelon going.
We got cantaloupe, so,
We were gonna give away our hot tub. Well, we don't use it. Up north we used it, and then we started looking at it, it's actually falling apart. So now we gotta get rid of it. I told my husband to make it great. Well, somebody suggested using the tub part for the garden, so you just put the tub part in the garden and fill it with. I don't know if he liked that idea, but I'm gonna push for it.
all right, guys, well, it's Labor Day weekend coming up, so have a good one, be safe. Enjoy the last days of summer.
That's right.
I know it's not official, but it's coming. It's Labor Day. Once Labor Day gets here, summer's
Yeah,
over.
August was always called the dog days of summer up north, but it's gonna be pretty hot today and tomorrow. I don't know, is it hot out there now?
I don't know, I love it. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, I was cold the days that was in the 70s and 80s, so I was the one that was bringing a jacket and stuff and sweater and getting, so I'm happy, so.
It's supposed to be
Anyway.
96, I guess.
All right, we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.